ball shorts, coaching from the side of the ball court. If you know, you know. One stop like a Walmart. We got the for the wrong sport. You know, you know. If you know about...
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the New York Jets. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. A first carry for Elijah McGuire. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
And they'll run it here. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Over.
Now they try the right side here. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 11 more on that one and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. And they'll try the air now with Darnold. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Now McManus will line up for the field goal. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And McManus able to put it through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Leonard Williams in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Throwing now is Mahomes. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Charles Tapper in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. They're going deep for Hill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. They tried to get the nose of the football across to no avail, and now it's 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Darnold down to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the chief linemen might have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And got his man complete. A big play on 3rd down for the Chiefs. And even 40 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. It's complete to Chris Conley. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well. Mahomes now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's 1st down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Two minutes to play here in the 1st half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. Sacks, a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. Mahomes now to throw. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. He's still barreling through. And he showcases the spin, a pretty good gain before he's taken down. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And defensively going with a dime set, 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Here's Mahomes to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The New York set to take the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it?
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Darnold now on 2nd down. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Darnold from the gun. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. On first down, it's Darnold. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning them into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the ball is knocked out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10.
Green 39. Green 39. Watching now, Barney. Detroit.
So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. And an alley to run. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, these offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there for KC. 51 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he loses the football the second time. And the Jets have recovered. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
No, Jack, Patriots! Gun!
On 2nd down, Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
The Jets on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Faking the give, Darnold. Going up top. He's got a man, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at about the 43.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Darnold on 3rd down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. A 1st down throw, Darnold. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39!
On 2nd and 10, Darnold. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And a loose football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. To the air again, Darnold. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 20. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Mahomes going to throw. Escapes the sack. He's going to rifle one deep left. It's caught inside the 25. And that one results in 35 yards.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Flush to his right, and he'll slide down to avoid the contact. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Now he'll escape to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Ingram. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. On the run, this is Hunt. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter. Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game. On 2nd and goal, the lone man in the backfield is Hunt. They get it to him running left. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are in for 6. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. Point after, right down the middle. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4. No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around? We'll see what they do. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they? And not only have they done it, they put themselves in. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So what's the word I'm looking for here about how this drive just started? Disjointed? I'll go with that one. I mean, think about it. First down. Took a bad loss on a running play. Take the sack on 2nd down. Now they got to come up with something big here on 3rd. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. A play fake, and it's Darnold. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 36. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game. Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest? 2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman. Oh, yeah, that's right. Then with the Eagles. That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman. That's correct. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run with Hunt. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week. Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right? The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble. They run again with Hunt, and he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. The Chiefs on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now here's Mahomes. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. To throw is Darnold. Flushed out right. And he's got a moonwalk. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through, picking up the 1st. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. To throw on second down is Darnold. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. The Jets on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Gone.
He's back to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Back to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
Back to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
The Jets on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game, What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You
loved
the defensive.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for Kansas City, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Jets, it's a rare misstep as they'll drop to 11-2 on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.